What's up to our viewers out there? We're introducing the very first show of Let's Be Real TV, filmed here at the illustrious Winston-Salem State University. And we have our squad here today. My name is Coco.
My name is Cecilia.
And I'm Sham.
And we have our special guest here today, Dope Music.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Slade. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
How your guys' day been today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, it's a regular school day.
Yeah, it's kind of gloomy outside, so,
Yeah.
you know. All right, well, yeah, basically, how's this year been for you as far as homecoming, this semester, classes?
It's been pretty good. Really, as far as homecoming go and this semester, we really tried to make the most of it. We graduating actually in December, so this really is like it. So we've been trying to make the most out of everything as well as prepare for after we graduate. But homecoming was it was good. Chico Bean came back for the comedy show, and
yeah, the comedy show was fun. As most people know, I was in the comedy show, you know, joking around with some of the comedians that they brought in. We had the opportunity to perform also. Any opportunity that we get to perform, we take advantage of it thoroughly, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
gotcha.
So that was your last homecoming performance on the Breezeway. How was that?
Man, it was really like. So it actually was our first time performing on the Breezeway. We performed at other venues, but being on the Breezeway was really cool because, you know, that's like the heart of campus, really.
Yeah.
So it was really nice being there and being the focal point of that. So and then it was a good time for a lot of people to get to see what we was doing, especially the freshman class as well, because you know, there hadn't really been a time this year where they could fully experience everything that we had to give. So that was really cool.
And the fact that it hasn't been done too many times, if any, since I've been here, was really special too. The fact that we were able to be innovative and something that we were able to do. So yeah, I mean, anytime we get the chance, we try to put on a show, and everybody seemed to enjoy what we were doing. And a lot of people came up to us afterwards and told us how much they loved what we did. So that's the best part.
You said this was your senior homecoming.
Yes.
What year would you say was your best homecoming here at State?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So my favorite one was probably sophomore year. Our sophomore year was probably the best one because I remember we had we won. We was a part of the winning act for Battleground that year, so we had to open up at a homecoming concert. And I remember it was Ty Dolla $ign, YG, and Little Bibby, right? So we got to be backstage and be back there with them. So that was
dope.
Yeah, it was really cool being a part of that whole process, and then they gave us even more confidence in our craft to like go out and venture out on in our own craft and everything. So that was really cool.
I say one of the best ones was freshman year. You know, just being freshman and being introduced. You know, you get introduced to that environment of, hey, it's homecoming. You never had a college homecoming before. And I got to see one of my main inspirations, Dom Kennedy, get on the stage and do crazy stuff. You know, so
I like Dom.
Yeah.
And they had Ace Hood. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, Ace Hood was incredible.
And they had August Alsina. I don't know. Freshman was kind of.
We need to bring back those artists from freshman year because this homecoming.
It was still lit, though.
It was lit,
yeah.
This homecoming was lit. I just feel like, you know, homecoming is a time to like have fun, turn up. So it's basically like you just show your craft during homecoming. So I saw some of you guys' performances, so I really enjoyed that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So basically, you know, hopefully next year you'll come back to homecoming. Do you think you'll be back?
Yeah, like
Hopefully next year we'll be getting paid to come back
and perform. That's the plan.
So you guys want to do the homecoming concert next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So y'all need to put that into motion. Like, look,
Absolutely.
coming with our little fan base. So.
Yep. That's
So how do you guys brand yourselves as far as social media and all of that? How are you guys working with that?
Always in a positive light. We don't never really put anything on our social media that would be controversial to say. We make sure everything that we do is uniform and we're not contradicting ourselves by putting something on our social medias that would knock anybody to either side in regards to both of us. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, we also took the step of creating a pages, like Twitter pages and Instagram pages for the actual, like for the group itself. So now we basically at any point in time, we got basically 3 different accounts at minimum from putting out all the information, everything like that. And then we just try to align how we present ourselves on social media with our sound and our music and everything like that, just so people get they can get a vibe from us as to what they're gonna be receiving as far as the music goes.
We also took the extra step by creating our own forms of social media in regards to our own website, or taking an initiative outside of just being SoundCloud rappers to put our stuff on Apple Music, Tidal, and Spotify.
So,
Okay.
Y'all making
that's
big
it,
moves.
yes.
Yes, y'all making moves.
As long as you're elevating your career, you know, that's what matters. So I see that you want to like get messages out to your fans as far as like your music and like things that happen in the world, especially positive. As far as your fans, like what do you have to say about this voting, the presidential election? Like as far as getting your fans out there to vote, like what would you say to them for this election?
I would say, if I could say anything, I would say use your voice. The whole point of being able to elect people is the fact that you have a say-so on what goes on, and you have an opinion, and your opinion matters. A lot of people don't know the right way to get their opinions out. They don't know that we vote for representatives or district representatives for our own areas, and we can go talk to them or put in our suggestions at any point in time. So the first step would be to educate yourselves on how to have your opinion matter before you sit back and say my vote or my opinion doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, absolutely.
So then you go into, after you figure that out, we can make a change.
Yeah, they said it all. That was it. But yeah, I think like you were saying, just making sure people understand the process and how everything works. I don't really feel like in the public education system, like far as like K through 12. You know, we hit on voting at like social studies class probably, but like all the nuts and bolts of how everything fully works, I still feel like people here in college don't sometimes fully understand it to as a whole. So I think, like you said, just making sure everybody's educated on what's going on and then how it's so important. Like just on the voting locations, we have one right up the street. It's like 3 minutes from here, and it's real easy to get to. So just making sure people know what's around them.
And it also goes out to the point of, don't wait until somebody informs you before you're informed.
Take the initiative.
A lot of people didn't know about the bill that was supposed to turn our school into a community college until somebody that was prominent on campus said something about it. And that's the issue that we have in our community today. A lot of people don't take the initiative to go out and see what's happening, or to actually inform themselves on things that's going on around them that affects them so thoroughly. So step up, basically.
So on a little bit of a lighter note, there's a lot of local artists that are familiar with your music. Are y'all up to working with them? How do you feel about working with people around just the Triad area?
Yeah, we go to different, we went to Wake Forest yesterday. They had one of our friends that had a pop-up show, went out there and we performed with them. So we always really open to working with a lot of different people because, you know, we all have this dream that we're trying to pursue, and then I feel like that you never know how your relationship or the vibe that you might get or something that you might collaborate with somebody else on, how it might push you in a different direction or inspire you to do better in a certain area like that. So we always really open to working with people.
What's some advice you would give to other local artists who want to get out there but aren't really sure or maybe scared?
Be confident in what you're doing. Just be confident because it's gonna be, you can't expect a whole group of people to cheer for you or to come out and even support you if you're not confident in yourself. So I think that's pretty much the main thing, and just making sure you got that support system. This is my support system, this is my boy, so it's like anytime we about to go and perform anywhere, we always had like this little mini coming to Jesus meeting right before. So just making sure you're confident, utilizing different resources around you right here at school.
And also to anybody that, for anything, any talent, make sure that your passion aligns with what you're actually talented in. I know a lot of people think that they're passionate about something, so they have to do something towards that. But everybody isn't supposed to be an artist. Some people are supposed to sit back and admire what is created. And that's a lot of the problem that's going on with the music industry today. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be creators or shouldn't be creating the thing that they are creating, and it leads to a lot of trash. A lot of people don't know that you don't put out unfinished works.
Yeah.
Make sure that your craft is a craft before you put it out. A lot of people put out the forming of a craft, or they try to introduce themselves to someone and they're not that person yet. They're not the person they're trying to be. So make sure that you're showing yourself and that your craft is actually talent.
Okay. So I know we got into like dope music and everything, but let's start from like the nitty gritty of when you guys first like developed. Like,
As a group.
what did you guys start as a group? What made it come together as dope music?
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right, cool. All right, so I met Deshaun Slade. I met him in the 7th grade. And I remember I was in the AG class. I remember there were like no other black boys in the class, right? So when he walked in, I got really hyped. I was like, yes, finally, I got another black friend. But anyway, yeah, so like that's how long we known each other. And I want to say it was like in 11th, was 11th grade or 12th grade?
It was around 11th grade.
11th grade, we had classes together forever. And I remember like I've been playing the piano for a while. He been rapping forever. So we was like, man, let's just do something. I remember I got a MacBook. That's what it was. I got a MacBook, and then we was like, yo, let's record something. And we didn't have a mic or anything, and it was oh my God, we have a mic. So we used like the mic that was built into the Mac, and the beats I was making was terrible. So I was just go on YouTube and like take something from up there. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, and then we was in class one day, and we was just trying to figure out a name. And
Basically, we sat back and we were like, what do we actually want to do with this? And like, I didn't believe in myself enough to actually pursue a music career. But my brother right here, he sold me a dream. He said, you're one of the most talented individuals I've ever met in my whole entire life. And you actually have a career in what you're doing. I didn't believe it in myself, but the fact that
Somebody
that
else
wasn't the
did.
first person that told me that, or the fact that somebody I actually cared about and would listen to actually told me that, it made me look at myself in a different light. And it goes back to what he was saying about the support system. So after we figured that all out and we decided we actually gonna do this, we sat down and we were like, well, what's the name? What are we actually trying to do? Like, do we just wanna make music just for fun, or do we wanna dominate? And I sat down and I said, I wanna dominate practically everything. And I wanna make everybody's underestimation seem incorrect consistently. So it goes back to the acronym that is dope music, domination of practically everything, making underestimation seem incorrect consistently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So then we came up with the name and we figured out our next move, like how could we elevate ourselves as people? So we came to Winston-Salem State. That was one of our greatest moves of all time, because we were exposed to so many different things, so many different people that basically loved music. And for the first year, we sat back and we watched for most of it. We were working on our own stuff in our own sound, but we sat back and we watched for the most of it, seeing what everybody was doing, seeing what was working. That's a lot of times that's what people don't take the time out to do, to sit back and watch what actually works, or actually analyze the game to see how you play it. So the fact that we did that gave us a large step. So sophomore year, we hit the ground running. Around freshman year, around homecoming time, we put ourselves out there as a group. I think we had like a rap battle / cypher type of thing, and I went out there as a freshman and ate everybody that even stepped before me up. So that put our name on the map a little bit, and then we joined a group called Music in Action. Music in Action helped elevate us to where we are right now, giving us a chance to perform, giving us the opportunities to meet people that love music, and being able to socially get involved with them and help elevate ourselves and making the proper connections and network. So that was one of the things that we did, and that's basically what is brought before you now. Still an unfinished product, and we're moving along.
So do you guys see yourself moving to anywhere larger, maybe LA or Atlanta, like places that people seeing, to network and pursue dreams like that?
So basically what we've been trying to do is, at the same time that we've been pursuing our music, we want to cover ourselves in the business mindset. So we've been looking at different MBA programs, He's looking at law school. And we were aiming for the Raleigh-Durham area for right after graduation. And then after that, I like Atlanta and LA, but I don't really like. I grew up in the country, like really in the country. So like being right in the middle of a big city, that's where I'm living at. I don't know if I'm ready for all that yet, but I like those areas. I don't know. Like, you like them joints?
Yeah, man. You know, you never know where life will actually take you.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
I know for a fact that it's easier to conquer a smaller area than it is a larger area. If you go to an area where it's concentrated with plenty of excellent artists that are being overlooked every day, you're not actually going to get the type of respect that you deserve, because you'll be seen as, oh, it's just another good person.
Artist, absolutely.
So, you
All
never
right,
know.
we're wrapping it up. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years, and who do you want to collab with, like, locally and globally? Like, if you had to
Anybody.
choose 2 people.
Okay, you gonna do the 5
Okay,
years?
so in 5 years, the plan
Yeah.
is to be, make God laugh, tell him your plans. But the plan is to be major at that point in time, at least racking up at least 10 million a year in 5 years.
Yeah.
Going on major tours, maybe our second major tour in 5 years. Being exceptional artists, worked with many different people, conversations and nominations for Grammys and other different awards, stuff like that.
And I always really wanted to open up like a studio, like a legitimate studio in our hometown, which is Kinston, North Carolina. I really, I always had that dream of doing that. And as he was like, okay, so so Drake my favorite artist ever, like, but he be taking bars sometimes. So I still like to work with Drake, and I really would love for us to work with J. Cole, like the whole Dreamville,
I can see that.
the whole Dreamville crew, Boz, all of them.
And I like to work with producers, so maybe just Party Next Door or somebody like that, somebody that has an innovative sound.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, we definitely can
Definitely.
see it.
Yeah. Well, thanks to our viewers out there that joined us for the premiere of Let's Be Real TV. Join us for our next show next week, and don't forget to follow the Twitter page at Let's Be Real TV. We out.
Holla.